Hello, welcome to Shame. Are you jumping? Buzzing.
It's probably me. I just flicked before I came in.
Yeah, I was like,
Getting
is
the
Massa
puns
going to be stoned or high? And it's just like, well, he sent lol twice. I was like, oh yeah, stoned.
Shame is delicious.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Shame is Delicious with me, Eshaan, Akbar, and him.
Darren, Harriott.
We are delighted. So delighted to welcome, I don't want to say guest because that underplays who he is to us.
Yeah. He's one of my favourite people in the entire world.
And one of my favourite people in the entire world is Masai Graham.
Hello. How are we doing?
How are you, Mas?
Thanks, guys. I wasn't expecting that.
You know what?
You usually both cunts, so that was very.
It's because we're trying to build the podcast.
You know
what's like trying to.
You know what's funny is that people are going to see that Massa was on a podcast, and as soon as they see him holding a can, they're going to go, "Yeah, we got Massa on the podcast."
Yeah.
They're going to see the can and go, "This is Massa."
Which is very on brand for Masai.
Yeah.
I was going to ask before, come on, if he's going to be like Big Brother, where I'd have to put like.
No, I don't think we're
What, you
anywhere
thought?
near.
You thought branding was an issue?
Yeah.
Have you not looked at the table?
I didn't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think we're anywhere near that being an issue for us just yet.
Yeah, I think it'll be all right with your Cronenberg.
With our, 139
We'd want
views.
Cronenberg to notice us.
Yeah, lovely. Cronenberg, get in touch. My first beer was a Cronenberg, actually.
Was it really?
First.
You remember your first beer?
Yeah.
Do you remember yours?
Yeah.
What was your first one?
It was a Foster's.
Foster's,
Because that's what
You told me
everyone was
something like that,
drinking. Do you wear sheep? It was 1998. I was 18 when I had my first beer.
You partied
You
like
wouldn't
it was
believe it. No,
1999.
No, you wouldn't.
I was.
18 with your first beer.
Really?
And you
I've
haven't
never
stopped
introduced.
since.
Or my first cigarette, or my first.
Really? So first 18 years, a good Muslim boy.
Yeah, without being a Muslim. boy.
Yeah. That's impressive.
Just looking like one.
Yeah.
Don't forget, I had the same names called that
you?
you did as I
Yeah.
did, so
Like
I
the
got
N-word.
double. No, the P1 as well.
What,
Yeah, I got
lazy
both.
twat?
And then you only got
Unfunny?
you only got the N word.
Yeah,
you only
I
got the P word. I got both
Both.
going on.
Look at you, you got a bit of they were unsure. What is he, a nip? I'm not sure.
By the way, as you started that, I could see Alice going, like a roller coaster. Mas, how you been, man?
Yeah, good.
Yeah.
I live in Leicester now,
Live in
so
Leicester.
West Ham born and bred, but
Of course,
come to
Black
visit
Country
Birmingham
all day.
to do this. But yeah, live in Leicester last 4
Now,
years.
the thing I'll say about you is like, particularly for like comics from London, there's a real air of mystery about you because what we know of you is he's the guy who goes to Edinburgh every year and fucking sweeps up.
Yeah, Masai's
Like,
name.
where like he comes out of that place a millionaire.
Yeah, me and Eshaan, we put on the big, the shows at Edinburgh, the sort of paid shows, the typical shows.
Yeah.
And Masai's name is thrown around by all the pros. It's, Masai Graham guy, doesn't he do like 7 shows?
Yeah. and he's
How
got
much money does? How much?
£185,000.
And like he's paying comics, and he does like his show like twice a day, and
Yeah,
then he does another show, and
So
yeah,
the first thing is just the unbelievable turnover of material. 2 is how much money you make. But do you gig any other time?
Oh yeah, throughout the year. But it's kind of Edinburgh balances out the other 11 months of the year. Because don't forget, since the age of 16, I've always done care work.
yeah,
And it was only last year that I stopped doing care work after 26 years to try and fully concentrate on doing. So yeah, my first 10 Edinburghs, I was doing care work for 11 months of the year, saving up all the pennies because it's minimum wage.
of course.
And then using my full 25 days annual leave for the whole of Edinburgh. So my company would let me use all my annual leave just for that one
And
month.
you would batter Edinburgh so much, you'd
Yeah.
literally make nearly a year's wage in your work.
Oh God.
From what you were
Well,
doing.
it's been building up
It was
slowly,
very smart.
so-
It's great.
Because you see it over the years. The thing I love about Masai, this is why Masai is one of the best people ever, is because I in the past, Masai's been so broke, he couldn't get to Edinburgh.
Right.
So he's messaged me and said, oh, can you lend me, I don't know, 200 quid or whatever.
Whatever it might
And
be.
I've lent him 200 quid. And I tell you one thing, as soon as Masai starts doing his shows and the money comes in, he turns into the Monopoly man. Masai is walking around with a cane and bags of cash and a monocle he'll pay me it back, but it's like night and day. You'll see Masai. I don't know. I'm a bit brokers right now. And then the next day, it's game over. Masai's buying everyone burgers and chips and treating everyone. It's so generous. It makes me laugh every time because he's literally like Charlie Bucket like at the beginning, and then he's just bawling. Letting everybody know. Yeah.
So no, that's life to me, man. So when you're at the bottom, you struggle and your friends will help you out. And then when you're at the top, bang. Remember, every day, whoever did my show at Jekyll and Hyde, they had offer 2 for 1 meal. Everyone, all the acts, bang, dinner and meal. And if you had to go, here's some cash. If you're staying, bang, dinner's on me and still here's some cash. Because I was making money that year that I'd never had in my life. So when you have that shift change of doing care work, minimum wage, no one does care work for the money. So I was doing care work as a passion. My mum was a nurse, grew up with disabled family members. And then comedy was a passion. And then both of them were making me no money. So that year in Edinburgh, when it was coming in, I was like, what the fuck? Yo, everyone. I was transferring money back to my mum and dad. It was like, wow, this is crazy.
But also, Masai's doing running all of these shows, booking all of these acts, whilst getting pissed, getting stoned every day. I don't know how you do it. Because obviously we stayed with Masai before. And Masai has a very set sort of when he wakes up.
It's bizarre. I stayed with you once. And I was like, maybe this is how Maggie Thatcher does it. Like you survive on 4 hours sleep. You come back at 6 o'clock in the morning.
Raving. Yeah, he's raving.
Raving.
What is it, Sneaky Pete's? Is that what it's called in Edinburgh?
Oh, man, that was amazing. My first show was at midday, and my last show was at 8 p.m. And then I would have a bit of sleep, go clubbing, have a bit more sleep, and then start again. So don't forget, that Fringe, we lived together. It wasn't till the last day of the Fringe that I met my current girlfriend that I'm with now.
Yeah.
Don't remember when you...
Sorry, episode
Can you cut that bit?
Do not let him edit that, current.
Oh, no. She's the love of my life, do you know what I mean? And you both met her. So it was, I said current because
she's great.
We were both single for 10 years. And then I forgot that you'd given your room to another comedian.
To have sex in?
No, when you were leaving.
Yes.
So I said to that girl, who is now the love of my life, don't want to say her name.
That is a rough trip. That year I gave condoms to someone because I wasn't using them.
What the heck? What?
I wasn't using them. So
I respect the not using them thing. But what were you giving them? Who were you giving them to?
Who was this? Yeah, I can't remember who it was. It was 2 comics knew that I had a stash of condoms. And I'm like, hey, well, you're not shagging.
Why do people know that you've got a stash of condoms? Are you walking around like some sort of Hughes?
It's my opening gambit on a night out. Hey, lads, I've got some condoms. So whatever's going, let me know. And then after 2 weeks with no reports, I'm like, you've not used them.
Was this the last Fringe?
No, it was a few. When we stayed together.
Yeah. Oh, okay. That's just funny that you just handed out condoms.
Yeah.
Didn't you both have a dry Fringe that year?
I wasn't drinking for a bit.
He did not have a dry Fringe.
Drinking-wise.
You broke through my deafness with your bonking.
No, as in alcohol.
Huh?
Alcohol.
Oh, alcohol. Sorry, I thought you.
So remember, I was coming back pissed every night, and Darren was like, "No, I'm not drinking."
Was that the Fringe? Was Jay staying with us? Hanley. Yeah. Was that the Fringe where Jay tidied his room for that girl?
What? What did he do?
This is years ago. It's in a happy relationship now, but he was. Jay, our friend Jay, who called the podcast, he met this girl that he was kind of really liked at Edinburgh.
Oh, I remember this.
You remember this, yeah? Yes. And he was talking about all the time, this bloody girl. And I remember he tried to bring her to the house or something.
Yeah.
And for some reason, she couldn't come. And Jay...
To the house, no.
She couldn't come to the house, and he showed us his room.
Yeah.
And his room looked like the Hilton.
Yeah.
Jay was a messy guy, and his room was perfect, spotless.
Don't forget, because the day before we went in there, because he was playing that stupid keyboard thing that you played.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we went in his room the day before and it was a mess. And then he had the girl come in and then we went in the next day and it was like
Absolutely
a palace.
Dude, there was a mint on the pillow.
I've never had a dry fridge.
And then guess what? She didn't even turn up.
Didn't even turn up.
So
and
he
we thought it
cleaned,
was so funny.
he cleaned his room for no reason.
I always remember that because Jay leaves so much hair in the shower plug.
Yes.
That was
Very long
doing.
hair, hasn't he?
He's got great hair, but the plug was mental.
And the best thing was, because of everyone in the house,
It's got
only
such a-
he could take the blame because we were pulling the strands of hair out this long. And then there's me. I'm not taking my cap off, sorry.
I mean,
And
And the
then,
annoying thing about Jay is he's got such a because obviously who was it who said that Jay walks like a BG?
he does, doesn't he?
He walks like one of the BGs. He kind of walks like
Yeah.
he's got such a slow sort of calm demeanor. When you tell him to clean the plug out, it's like 2 days.
Can I just say,
But the best thing, when he walks, he could play any Bee Gees song in the
and it would
background
work.
and it would match
Yeah,
his walk.
We're talking about Jay Hadley is a very funny comedian.
it is funny how, because you mentioned you wouldn't take a cap off, like you two have decided to wear some headwear.
It's Christmas.
I mean, he's not wearing it for Christmas, are you?
But you have a beautiful head of
Thank you,
hair.
that's very sweet. You're very...
Yeah, you really set yourself up for that one. Didn't you? You really leaned in. He knew that
He
was
was
coming.
fishing in it.
Yeah. He does have great hair.
Thank
But I tell you this now. I can't wait for you to lose the
It's not
first
going to happen
piece.
38 years
No,
old.
no.
I can't. What do you mean? It's not going to happen when you're 38. It's prime,
38,
baby.
At most, I'll go salt
You-
and pepper, which will make me even sexier.
The only time you ever see him in a cap if he was at the cricket
Yeah.
supporting his country.
Yeah.
Do you wear caps at cricket?
Yeah.
I've never seen you in a cap. at all.
I don't look good in headwear.
No.
my head
People
doesn't
always
fit.
say that when they've got hair
No,
like
I
yours.
promise you, I don't look good in headwear. I've tried to wear hats before. I want to wear hats.
Like what kind of a hat?
I've tried top, bowler, caps, snapbacks, the whole lot.
What is a top hat?
Like a top hat.
Literally like the
Yeah.
Monopoly man.
Monopoly man, yeah.
Yeah, because
Why you? What?
yeah, it was. Yeah, genuinely. Because
Were you dressed like Winston Churchill?
because I was deputy head of house. Because I was deputy head of house, I had to wear a robe. And for certain special events, like whatever, you'd have to wear a top
What is wrong
hat.
with these Illuminati schools, man?
You'd have to wear a top hat, and I could never wear the top hat because it never suited me.
Like Jacob Rees-Mogg type.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
I loved it. They'll give you a sense of power.
Can I ask at your school,
Yeah.
wearing top hats, what was the lunch like?
Oh,
Because I know what Masai school's lunch was like. I know what my school lunch was like. What's your school?
We had 4 different kitchens.
Really?
Yeah.
Was it like going to one of those places where they have like, here's the East Asian food, here's the Caribbean food.
the dining hall in Harry Potter.
Yeah,
It
never
was
seen
exactly
it,
like that.
but I imagine it's a good one. So, like for example, my school
Yeah.
lunch would be like we had bean pizzas, which was a pizza base, but they just poured beans on
Yeah.
and it's cut it into pizza.
We would
slices.
have had haricot beans in a tomato and basil sauce with some dough balls.
Wow.
Do you know, you've just reminded me of a funny. So when I was at primary school, like I said, my dad's just like a Rastafarian black hippie. So growing up, I remember he said to me, "Yo, we don't eat pork in this house." So at primary school, when they were doing the thing, I said, "Oh yeah, I'm a Rastafarian. I'm not allowed to eat pork." And I saw the blood drain out of the Donny woman's face because I'd been eating pork since I was there. But no, my dad didn't make it a rule. I just hear him say, "Yo, Rastafarians don't eat pork." I was like, "Yo, I want to be like my dad." I told him, "No, I'm not allowed to eat pork." And she was like, "Fuck me, we've been feeding him pork the last 2 years."
She was like, he's already infected.
Yeah.
At this point, he's 40%
Also-
pork.
"Oh my God, pork's the best. I've not
great.
stopped
It's a
eating pork since."
Complete opposite experience for me because
Yeah.
the lunch wardens were like, "I don't think you're allowed to eat pork," and I'm like, "I'd like to try." Completely the opposite experience.
Yeah, we're still funny about pork. Black people are.
Yeah.
Still a bit weird.
Do you eat pork?
I do. You notice how I looked at the camera when I said that? I went, I do, yeah. But if I'm in certain company, I'm like, I try to stay away from it if I can.
What's the Rastafarian logic justification behind
It's dirty. It's pretty much the same as
Muslims,
Muslim.
yeah.
Yeah, it's dirty.
I wouldn't even say my dad was like deep into religion. It was just
There's just certain
always
things
Bob
in it.
Pork is one of those
Marley
things.
and-
Muslims, like they'll drink, they'll do drugs.
Yeah,
Like I've got a message
it's a dirty animal.
from a drug dealer
Yeah.
after Ramadan saying, "Eid Mubarak, I'm back." And you're like, you took a month off, all right, well done. But pork is one of those things where they just
Yeah.
I was always told pigs are dirty animal.
Dirty animal. That was what they
shit,
always said, isn't it? Yeah.
and you're eating their own shit. And I'd be like, yeah, but have you had bacon?
yeah.
Yeah, is that what makes it so nice and salty?
Oof.
And also, if you're a criminal, they can like eat a human body. Apparently, you don't feed them for 4 days.
Don't cats do that though?
Could,
Wouldn't cats?
a cat can't.
no, but-
Cats can't. Are you on about Batman Returns with Michelle Pfeiffer? Fucking hell.
Yeah. But, Batman, is that the Keaton one?
Yeah, Keith.
Is that when Michelle Pfeiffer's like licking milk? When she went they went so literal on all of it. She didn't she fall out a window and like landing like next to cats, and next thing you know she's like drinking milk.
They're all nibbling her. innit?
That's what it is, yeah.
The
And
only
then
drinking milk thing I remember is George Galloway on Big Brother. Do you remember that? That was sexy,
Did
wasn't it?
Oh my God! Sorry. Before
we really are
Yeah.
old.
We are.
We really are of a certain age.
Sorry, before we go off subject again, I have to tell you the funniest story of primary school growing up because we were just
please
talking
do.
about it. It's the greatest thing ever. Like I said, my dad's a strict Jamaican and I get beatings for nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I remember when I was younger, I did a really big poo once and it really hurt. So then what I did, I would hold in my
Emotionally or physically? Did it hurt?
poo physically.
Okay, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know how
Is it one of
to-
those sharp ones?
Yeah. Oh,
Feel like a protractor's coming
When
out.
you're like 4, I don't know how poo emotionally hurts you. It physically hurt you.
yeah.
So what I'll do then is anytime I hit the poo, I would hold it in.
Yeah.
And then after a while I'd get constipated and I'd have to send this enema nurse to come to the house. I don't know if you ever had one if you were a kid. They put hot liquid up your bum.
What colour's the
Yeah.
uniform? Brown.
So before this happened, I was at primary school and I was constipated. And what I'd do, every time I needed to poo, I'd hold it in. But after a while, when it got so big, it would just come out. So it was playtime at primary school and I'm in the playground, everyone's playing. I've done a massive shit in my pants. I'm crying. They've took me inside and no one's known. I've sat down. The teacher's gone, does anyone need to go to the toilet? And I'm already there crying. They've took me to the toilet, yeah. Don't forget, primary school, it's little kids' toilets.
Yeah.
The shit that I did was so big, it wouldn't flush down the toilet.
Oh, was it a 7 flusher?
No, it didn't even fit in the. Do you know what they did? This would have been 1986 West Bromwich.
Yeah.
They wrapped it up in newspaper.
No.
they
From
put-
the toilet.
Was it?
It was so big, So they got newspaper and wrapped it up, put it in a plastic bag. And when my dad come to pick,
No.
when my dad come to pick me up from school, they gave it to him.
They gave your shit wrapped in newspaper in a bag and
In a
said
bag
because we couldn't flush it.
because they couldn't dispose of
And
it.
your dad, as a Rasta, was like,
and this was, the second playtime.
Yeah.
So there was still about half an hour after school. So it's there manifesting in the bag. And I thought I was going to get the biggest beating ever. On the way home, my dad threw it away. And I didn't get a beating.
If you said to your dad, what's worse
I cried all the way home. It was like, this is the worst
If you
day
said
of my
to your
life.
dad, as a Rastafarian, what's worse than pork? He
Yeah.
would go human shit.
Shit, someone handing me a bag of your shit.
It's the one thing that
Given to me by a white person.
Did the other?
Here you go.
I like how it was wrapped up
Dude.
like pottery.
Yeah. It was like a Christmas present.
Did the other kids say anything? Did they know about this?
No, because I went to a different high school and didn't know any of them. So it was kind
fishing
of.
out? Who?
No, it didn't. It was so big. It was like I'd been holding poo in for like 2
Eat
weeks.
some vegetables, dude.
So
You just-
You need some fiber. Did
break
you?
that up?
Did that give you a weird relationship with pooing after that?
No, because then I realised, just if I need to poo, go and sit on the toilet. Don't forget, I was about 5 or
That's
6.
fine. You don't really have much
So-
shame then.
Yeah.
It's fine. Speaking of shameful things and bodily functions, Masai, you told me a quick story earlier about having something fixed in your house. What happened?
Oh, shit, yeah. Oh, yeah, my girlfriend over knows, so it's okay.
Yeah.
So, we're in a nice house and the toilet's all the way upstairs. So my girlfriend, because she works in the day and I don't, I'll chill
No,
downstairs.
say it the other way you said it earlier.
Oh yeah, so the plumbing was fucked, and someone had to come, and then they opened up the bottom of the sink, and it stank of stale piss, and that's when I got caught that I was pissing in the sink instead of going. Oh,
You do this drunk or sober?
Tired.
You're so tired. You get to the sink, you're like, I can't go any further.
No. So there's only one toilet. It's upstairs. The kitchen
I like
sink
how you
is
keep saying
downstairs.
Kitchen sink.
He keeps pointing like.
Oh, the kitchen. What other sink? Why would
I
I
thought
go?
there was like a loot.
No, it's the kitchen.
Do you think?
Wait, sorry.
Wait. Did you not know it was kitchen sink?
No. Wait, what?
The sink.
In the kitchen is where you piss?
Is down? No. Sometimes. So
This is ridiculous.
sometimes, yeah. Do you know you get out of nowhere shit? I need to piss, and do you know what?
What, you having a sandwich? Which like a...
Yeah, and
Pick one of them.
I was told off for doing it in the back garden because it was staining the stones.
So you. You were told off for doing it in the back garden, so you did it somewhere worse.
Closer. It was because
That's how
the.
his brain goes, I'll just stay in the kitchen, man.
I like how he's staying in the stones and then he's pissing in the sink.
No, but I was doing it directly into the plug bit.
But Masai, it's only a couple of steps directly
No,
into
no.
the blood. And Masai,
What about the sprayage around the sink?
how much? You must have pissed in her a lot for him to have gone down there and gone, jeez, the
Jesus,
smell of
someone's
piss. And then how did you get out?
No. So the thing. I hadn't opened that bottom door bit since I was doing it.
Yeah.
So as he opened it, you know the U-bend
Yeah.
bit? Yeah. And
The bit from the advert where they
yeah, but they only showed the diagram of it. It was
And what did your girlfriend say?
no, that's when I got caught.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
you've been pissing in the sink.
I tell you,
'Cause
Did you say it in front of the dude? Did you say it in front of the plumber?
you shouldn't have to.
if your girlfriend's watching this,
It was a trifecta.
you
of knowledge.
are a good
someone's
egg.
been pissing in the sink. It's obviously not her. It's probably gonna be him.
And what did the plumber say? Because the
He
plumber,
didn't. He was like professional.
yeah. He
So if you want to use so plumbers,
Right now, that plumber is on a podcast talking about the weirdest things he's discovered. That's insane.
I just love how you
have you not listened to the plumbers podcast?
No, I haven't.
fucking hell. I'll have to give it in here. Right?
Yeah.
Masai is a lot of.
I mean,
piss
Masai
stories.
has
Masai's
always-
legendary for his piss stories because I've travelled with him around, and you're the only person I've ever seen piss in multiple bins in a day. Because there'll be no toilet, and he'll just piss in a bin.
No,
That's quite
but
considerate.
he
to be
didn't
fair.
even say how. So do you know the bins with the little shafts on both sides? So I'll be stood there and Darren going, "Oh, what are you doing?" Talking to me, and he's going, "Oh my God, you're pissing in the bin, aren't you?" No, and I'll be chatting to him. I'll be starting it out. On car shares, I'd be a nightmare because I'd be like, "Oh, fuck, oh God, I don't need to piss now." You get in the car,
That's
20 minutes later,
another one
we're
of-
just on the motorway. Oh my
Yeah,
God,
yeah.
I need to piss right now.
But but the problem is you'll be on a motorway with him and he's drinking a can and you go, well, he's going to need a piss. He'll be like, no, I'm fine.
Yeah, I'm
and
fine
then
now.
20 minutes later, we're pulling over because he needs to go
I've just
for a
seen this
piss.
mug for you.
Masai is hilarious.
Do you remember the Frankie people?
Which one was it?
He dropped me off from a gig
Yeah.
and there was an empty bottle in the back of his car.
You put, okay.
And I pissed in it without them knowing. I was in the back of it because I was bursting. And I put the lid on it. And then I put it behind me because, you know, the back seat with the thing there.
Yeah, with the headrest.
I put it behind
Don't tell
the
me you forgot it.
head. Yeah, no, I forgot all about it.
So you pissed in another guy's car in his bottle. You didn't tell him, and then you hid the bottle behind, and then you left. And how long was it there for?
I don't know. I haven't seen him really since.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, because he died of piss poisoning.
he's a big time racist, that guy. So I'm
Fair
actually
enough.
a Masai. You know, Masai fist. Yeah,
Yeah,
well
fair
done,
play.
man. Yeah,
Yeah, fair enough.
you should have put a shit in a paper bag.
My favourite.
Do you know the best thing as well during that car journey that I did?
What?
Because it was cold, I lifted it from behind the headrest, put it behind my neck and the headrest, and it was really warm. It was like a...
You used your piss bottle as a
No, because it's in the...
Yeah,
the
it's in
bottom. It's just really warm.
If any of you can outdo the pissing in the sink story, I'd be very surprised. But if you have any, let us know. But that's not my favourite Masai story.
Oh, I know which one you're going to talk. I know which one you're going to say.
In Edinburgh.
Edinburgh. If you want to say the story, forgetting your keys.
Do you remember you forgot your keys?
And you may have waited for us to come back.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think it was day 2, wasn't it? So on day 2, I forgot my keys in the flat, banging the door. No one's there.
The bit of backstory was at Edinburgh. Was it 2019?
2018, 2019.
Yeah, it was me, you. Was it John or Jay?
Jay.
Was Faye with us?
Yeah, no.
Are you sure Faye wasn't?
Faye was the year before.
Faye was the year before. Okay, yeah.
John Pearson and Jay Handley.
Okay, John Pearson, Jay. Yeah. Continue.
Oh yeah, so I got back from my multiple gigs. Realised I'd locked myself out and the key in the door. Yeah. Banged the door, no one's in. So I thought, I can't be asked walking back because it was the first time I tried wearing skinny jeans. And I was wearing them in the day and I didn't realise the fucking proper cut off your leg circulation and that. And then because we'd gone up the stairs and that, and then I've gone, I can't get in.
You were tired.
Yeah, my legs, I was gigging all day and I've never wore skinny jeans since. I've never worn them again. Yeah. But so I've gone, I can't get in touch with anyone. My phone's died. Yeah. So we lived opposite a co-op. So I've gone down the stairs and gone into the co-op to look for something that's like a pillow so I could just go and lie down outside of the front door and have a nap until someone comes back and sees me.
Outside the front door like a cat or something, waiting.
And then the only thing I could find that looked like a pillow was the £1 grab bag of cheese Doritos. That's the only thing that looked like a pillow that they sold in the car.
Yeah.
So then I've bought it and then I've gone back up the stairs and then I've laid down and I've used the mat to not be lying on the concrete. And then I've used the cheese Doritos grab bag as a pillow and then I put my head on it and it burst instantly. It didn't just burst instantly.
Kitchen towel, packets of loo roll, anything.
My God.
Yeah. A grab bag of skips of Doritos.
I forgot about physics and stuff.
Tissues. Alice said the most pointy of crisps.
And then as soon as it burst, my head hit it and crushed all the crisps. And do you remember what I did? What I said to you? I got up straight away and just thought, fuck it, I might as well go back out. But then the walk back with the skinny jeans, I didn't last long. I just remember getting a message off Darren going, has someone left a crushed bag of Doritos from by the front door?
I'm pretty sure there was an empty beer can as well. I was like, what's going on?
Yeah, there was, isn't it?
And the thing was, where we were, directly opposite, there was another door, someone's house. So somebody might have walked past you just sleeping outside the front. It was wild. It wasn't like it was just us. There was people, there was doors.
What a legend Masai is.
We had a good Fringe though that year. That was only day 2. I improved from then. I didn't lose my key again.
I remember we were howling at that. Yeah, because
that was the year we did a photo shoot for The Guardian, holding pans up. Like
Oh, I've got that. That's one of my favourite photos of all time.
You did that cool dude.
Yeah.
Cool dude, holding pans.
Jay Handley playing the frying pan as a guitar.
I think I've just got like a basin of washing.
I held like a saucepan as like a hammer.
Yeah. And we're all like, it's like Lethal Weapon. We're all like kind of looking
like this. Bizarre.
Yeah, that's a great one.
Me and Joe loved that because it was like, Darren, Eshaan are both big. They got agents. We're just swinging on their coattails here. Look at us. We're in the picture in the Guardian.
The whole time, we're all saying Masai's fucking killing this Fringe.
And Masai, not only is Masai killing the Fringe in terms of like running loads of shows, but also you've won multiple best joke of the entire Fringe. You've won it twice, right?
3 times.
3 times.
Sorry, I've won the official one twice. 2000, was it 2 years ago? 2020.
Yeah.
Where there was the minimal Fringe. Dave, the award people, didn't bother turning up.
Right.
So Will Mars did a Renegade award called the Some Guy Called Dave Award. Where the comics had to send their jokes in. And they walked up and down Royal Mile in Edinburgh looking for some guy called Dave. You had to show ID to prove it. And then they let him pick his best joke of the Fringe off the list. And he picked
They picked yours.
Yeah.
So you've won 2 of the Dave ones and 1 official one.
And UK Pun champion.
And UK Pun champion as
Yeah.
well.
Is it the doctor that keeps sneezing?
I know, right?
Sorry.
You're in a great. You're amongst greats with the UK Pun champion as yourself.
Love
Dev.
Loved it, but who else has won it?
My
I
favourite.
think Roger
Curse?
Swift.
No, Roger's not won it. Adele Cliff.
Roger's not won it. Oh my god! I thought.
Richard
Paulsford,
Paulsford. Yeah. I think no one's won it twice.
Have you won it twice?
No. So I only
Oh.
entered it once. So I entered the first year.
Didn't
and I didn't get through.
my guy, tall guy?
Leo Curse and Darren Walsh, they've both won it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Matt, what do you have to plug? I know you are like
Except
the.
your fucking kitchen sink.
Yeah.
Hey, come on.
Hey!
So,
I know you did
I'll
last.
be at King Richard III pub throughout Leicester Comedy Fest.
That sounds like you just go for drinks.
We're
Yeah.
talking about comedy.
Oh, come here. I've been doing both. Yeah. So we're running Monster Comedy shows at the King Richard III
What
pub.
dates?
Leicester, I don't even know. 18 days for Leicester. I think it's the 4th to the 20th.
Oh, throughout the whole festival?
Yeah, he's running every day,
Oh, right,
so
yeah,
he's
okay.
literally
Yeah, so
took
we-
over the venue. him
We're
and his
running a
girl-
venue with lots of different shows.
Yeah. So
and
Masai's
Bro's
very
just come
smart.
out.
He runs a legendary show called the Monster Comedy Store, and he puts loads of A's, so it's the first in the brochure, and it works every time, and that's why he does so
Oh no!
well.
But now they keep changing it now to stop it from happening. So it's numbers and hashtags and
Oh, is it
stuff
really?
like that. Yeah.
So yeah, check Masai. I mean, you're going to be doing your show 101 dirty jokes, 101 clean jokes.
Yeah.
So yeah, go see it. So if you like clean jokes, obviously Masai does. Is it half an hour of really clean, straight one-liners?
Yeah.
And then after that, it's 101 really dirty one-liners. It's a great hour. He does them back to back. So definitely go see Masai at the Leicester Comedy Festival as well.
Do you have a social media?
Social media, yeah, just Facebook, Masai Graham.
He really use Facebook.
Yeah, I really didn't use it that much.
No,
but,
yeah, Masai's old school, man. Masai's more Facebook. But
Old school, I'm 42 now.
yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
Fuck, 42.
I am. I know.
I genuinely thought you were younger than me.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, go see Masai. Masai's one of the. He really is. I think you're probably like. I'd put you 12th best one-liner comic
12.
because I feel like there's like 10.
And what are the
Oh
two
yeah,
in
it's
between?
10. Giselle
There's at
Nick,
least 10.
Delaney,
Giselle
Vine.
Nick, Jane Lee, what's his face? Milton Jones.
Vine.
Oh, these are just the famous ones.
I don't know
There's
if-
so many underground
Yeah.
comedians. So come to my one-liner show at Leicester Comedy Festival where I showcase the best up-and-coming unknown one-liner comics and you'll hear some fucking amazing jokes.
There you go. Speaking of one-liners, speaking of Leicester Comedy Festival, we'll be at the Leicester Comedy Festival doing our first live show, Shame is Delicious, on the 16th of February. Come along. I'll also be doing 2 work in progress shows and Eshaan.
Well, I'll be on tour. I will be at the Leicester Comedy Festival as well, on tour the following week after the 16th of February. But go to eshaanakbar.com/tour to get your tickets. I just found out I've already sold out 2 venues.
Jeez.
So you need to hurry up.
And Masai didn't believe that. He nearly spat out his beer. Masai's like,
it's true.
this is the biggest
This
lie.
night ever. Fucking hell.
It's just family, innit? It's just family.
To be fair, one of them is Leicester.
Because the Leicester sold out, they bought the next venue instead. Fucking hell.
Bradford.
Classic.
So try and get the ones that my family aren't at. All the white cities, Winchester, please buy some tickets.
Oh,
I've
yeah.
only sold 3.
Oh. Yeah, Winchester, just buy all the tickets for Winchester if you can. Or just do what 50 Cent wanted to do to Ja Rule, where he's going to buy all the tickets and then just not turn up.
Why would you do? Why is that?
It's just that, just to show that you're rich and he's a hater.
So why would I buy 50 tickets to my own?
No,
show?
not you. I want someone buy all the tickets.
Masai
and not
buy
turn
the
up.
tickets.
My Edinburgh didn't go that well. Fucking hell. How much are the tickets, by the way?
£15.
£15? I fucking won't be doing that.
As soon as you said that, his eyes rolled in the back
Thanks
of
for the
his
plug,
head.
Masai. Thanks for the plug.
Shame is delicious.
Masai, we've heard a lot from you, mainly sort of bodily function stories.
Because
Do you-
your stories have always been like so entertaining, and I've been lucky enough to witness some of these things happening in real time. But other people might think, "Oh, does this guy feel any shame about any of the stuff that's happened, or are you one of those people just like, nah, man, whatever?
Right, I'm gonna have to have a sip of one of the spirits before.
You answer this
We can
question.
get you a...
Yeah,
What do you want?
What do you want?
just a glass to have a shot before.
Right. This is what we do.
Telling
A shot per shame or something. A new feature.
What do you want, Mass? We've got brandy.
He's pointing at
I want
he's pointing at
brandy.
the line.
You want? Oh, you can take. More than happy to have some of that, mate.
What is that?
I got that from Lithuania.
What is it called? What is it?
I don't know. Have a go. I've not opened it before.
You find out and tell us.
Okay, I'm not gonna risk. Okay, fuck it.
Go on.
One day,
What is it?
hopefully, with your support, we'll do an episode where we're all drinking.
Yeah,
Yeah,
or every comic has to have a shot of this unknown stuff.
Or I think what would be fun if we get audience listeners to send in, like, have a shot if Darren says something about Kanye West
Being black.
Or why would I haven't mentioned being black? Have I?
Kanye West.
No, I did. I
mention
said
it.
me and Masai is two black comics earlier. All right, you get it, dude. How's that taste?
Yeah, it's nice.
Is it? I'll have a little sip too. Masai, yeah. It's got 999 on it. That's
It's a bit like
not
a
a good sign.
Battenberg cakey taste.
Oh,
Ooh.
go on.
Oh yeah, that's not too. That doesn't smell terrible.
Have a sip. Have a sip. That's such a Christmas looking thing.
Oh, that doesn't taste like Battenberg.
No.
No.
Nah, mate. Nah, you got Cronenberg taste.
Nah.
What does it taste like?
It's really bitter. It's very bitter, but it's
Bitterberg.
Yeah. I knew
Why
it was
do you-
something Berg. One Cronenberg,
No.
one Hamburg.
Oh, leave that to him.
Well, he laughed.
yeah, I know we laughed at that, and you got really excited.
Yeah, I did, yeah.
Yeah.
If Matt laughs at a
That's like having Ronaldo say, "Hey, you're really good at football."
Yeah.
Masai's one of those people just to hang out with. He will constantly throw out wordplay and puns.
It's amazing.
It's the way.
It'd be amazing at an Asian gig.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
They love a wordplay there.
Yeah, I've done a couple of Asian gigs.
Oh, yeah.
My,
I bet you smash
my,
them.
my wordplay jokes that are good is recently I dumped my Indian girlfriend, Binda.
That is great.
And then I'm like, okay, that worked. Let's do the other one. The other one.
Oh, boy.
So I must admit, watching all these ISIS propaganda videos with my Muslim housemate is having a negative effect on my mood.
They're great.
Because they're fun. That's why it's funny.
It's just fun.
It's
Just wordplay.
really fun.
Yeah, but
nice,
you've got to see the YouTube video of this to see how he delivers it. Because he goes, Mahmood! You've got to see the way he delivers
Oh,
it.
it took me 10 times to perfect how to the pronunciation of Mahmood. Do the big M-A, Mahmood, or the short M-A and the big.
Yeah.
You get me?
A lot of thought goes
It's real
into it.
science
It's
to
a
it, man.
craft. It's a craft.
Yeah, it is.
They don't just drag us off the street and go, oh, look, this person's a comedian.
I swear to God, I thought you said drag off the boat. I was like, how far back are you going,
They
man?
famously did do that, actually. They famously put us on it and then dragged us off
That
it.
is one thing I will say about Masai. He may be a stoner and, he looks like he's half cut half the time. But when it comes to joke writing and just understand how to write a joke and make it as crisp and as clear as possible, he's definitely one of the best at it. That's what I will say about him. He's very good at that. Because people meet Masai and they go, fucking hell, this guy, like, how does he even, like...
Survive.
Yeah, how does he get dressed? Why is he not hit by a bus? Because he's all over the place.
John Nick's girlfriend.
Oh, my God. Okay.
I didn't know this for years. He told me, like, a
Oh
few
yeah,
years
so
ago.
there was a guy who used to do comedy, really nice guy actually, and he
So obviously not a good comedian.
met his girlfriend. Sorry, really nice comic. We'd known for years, His girlfriend, who I think might have been, he's married to her now and whatever, but she comes to a gig and she meets Masai for the first time, and she'd only ever heard about Masai, and she felt a bit like, oh, what's going on with this guy, and she didn't like the fact that her boyfriend
Was friends with him.
was like, you go on car shares with this stoner guy who pisses in bins. Like, she was like, what is going on? Like, what are you doing? You're supposed to be, with us. And she didn't really take to Masai very well. Just
But
because,
how can you not Masai was the sweetest guy?
yeah, but she was a bit stuck up.
I know. She never won joke with the Fringe.
Well, no, exactly. Fuck her.
She didn't win it once, you know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Who is she?
Yeah, but I can understand it though. If you meet Masai and Masai says, "Hello, I'm just pissing in a bin."
Yeah.
You're like, "Oh, okay, what's going on here?"
But also, I'll give you the coat off my back while pissing in the bin. Sorry for the hygiene.
He will give you the bin that he just pissed in.
I love that. I feel like you're one of those people. You've always been like this. You just do your thing, whatever. No shame needed.
I met Masai. Was it? You've been in comedy, what, 12 years since your first gig?
Oh, yeah. First gig I ever did when I met Darren, they didn't know I was an act. So I loved Evan Darren were there, and I've walked in. I've said hello to them both. And Darren was like, yeah, just an audience member trying to chat to the comics. They didn't realise that I was performing.
did you make a bad first impression on you as well?
Oh, God, yeah.
Make a terrible
yeah,
first
yeah.
impression.
Yeah.
I don't make great first impressions, guys. I
I
know this.
thought, okay, so I thought, God, this is a bit hostile.
Yeah,
isn't
he
it?
dismissed you. Yeah,
And
he did that to me.
I didn't know who it was.
When I did, so
I'm a nice guy.
so what it was, do you want me to make it worse? Yeah,
please do.
I was living, I was going to college, trying to make something of myself to do a PGC to be a primary school teacher, while living with my disabled sister with my disabled nephew, so they wouldn't take him
This
into
sounds like a
care.
start of a sitcom, I've got to be
Yeah,
honest.
so they wouldn't take him into care. And then halfway through, I was getting into writing jokes and got picked for So You Think You're Funny. So I started doing gigs and went to the Bush in Cradle Heath for the first time.
Legendary.
Met Darren. And
Was this fat Chris Rock, Darren?
Yeah, I was fatter then. Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
I was like
he was quite chubby-faced.
Yeah.
22.
Quite chubby-faced. And I got to the Bush, and him and Love Death were there, and I'd spoken to the guy, Dave Wolfie. He'd give me the spot. I've got there. Darren's there. I've said hello to him and Love Death, and they were like, both like, audience member asking us questions. So I was so how long have you been doing comedy? I didn't reveal to them that I was on, because I was so stressed. And they were like, and then I went on. Smashed it.
Of course you did.
Come off, and they were both. Darren's like, hey, you're really good. You could really make it.
I don't remember that at all. That doesn't sound like me at
It
all.
sounds absolutely
That doesn't
100%
sound like
like
me.
you.
Masai, speaking of first gig, can you talk about, remember when you did your first gig in London, what you did afterwards?
I don't know.
You went up to, you went up to...
Oh my God, yeah. So
What was the story?
I was writing gigs, jokes for a year as a hobby, and I was sending them into the Daily Star newspaper, into the column section, and I kept getting joke of the day with all my own original material. I was like, oh, this is amazing. So then someone texted me about going, you could get on Best Joke of the Fringe. So I contacted the Fringe, sent them my joke saying, can I get on the top 10 jokes list? And I said, the only way you can get on is if you're doing a show at the Edinburgh Festival. So then that's why I went from writing jokes to doing open mics to get a show, to be at the Edinburgh Festival, to try and get on the top 10 jokes list. And I won it 3 times. That's insane, isn't it?
I mean, that wasn't the story I was going to lead into, to be honest.
Oh, no, that isn't. But yeah, so what was it? Take me back.
The one, did you do, was it when you did like Lions Den comedy or one of
Oh,
those
God,
ones?
yeah. So that was it. So my first ever gig, I've travelled to London
Yeah.
because I Googled comedy Birmingham. It was coming up Glee Club, and you have to be a pro. So I was Googling, and I found this place in London, the Lions Den. You had to pay £5
I did
to
that.
do
Did you do
5
that?
to do 5 minutes. That was my first ever gig. And I went up there, and I had them on a card because I didn't have the memory stuff then. It was just, and I smashed it. And as I come off the stage, some guy come up to me. As I come off the stage, some guy in the audience stood up, shook my hand. As I walked past him, another guy stood up, shook my hand. As I walked past him, there was another guy with his back to me. I tapped him on the shoulder. He turned round. I shook his hand. And they always joke about this when we first started. And then the fact that I first thought in my head, oh my God, what's the number for ITV? I need to let them know that I'm here. I'm my first ever gig. I know, it was
A
amazing.
pay-to-play gig, and Masai's like, what's
Yeah,
the...
but when 2 people stand up and shake your hand, and then you walk past, and the next person's got his back to you, you're in the mode. I tapped him, he turned round. Here you go. There's a handshake you're after.
hanging out.
Just was going wild.
Oh, this is great. Massa, I think we could definitely have you back again just to hear all your amazing
Massa,
stories.
you're welcome back anytime.
Anytime.
Massa has always got something funny to say.
Yeah.
Like I said, one of my faves, man. I love Massa.
So look, Massa, look, thank you so much for coming, man.
Thanks for
Shake
having
my
us.
hand this time.
I'll be back. Of
Thank you,
course.
Massa.
We're
And
gonna
I know
get-
you honestly two of my brothers from
Of course,
back in the
man.
day.
Yeah, of course.
Massa's always
First time I
welcome.
met you was New Material Night at Manchester Comedy Store. You know,
Yes,
on
I
a
think-
Thursday.
on yeah.
And then they didn't have us in the main room. They had us on the stairs.
Oh,
Yeah.
remember that.
And then, yeah, that was the first time I met
First
you.
of all, your memories.
And you were nice.
Thank you.
He was a cunt.
Thanks for...
Yeah, as usual.
And that's the end of this episode of Shame is Delicious.
Shame. I think the shame was very delicious today.
It's always... it always comes back to me.
It always,
It's a weird
it always
way.
does. Look, thank you so much for listening. Please do the usual. Give us a 5-star review, like, subscribe, tell your mates, share the videos. Thank you for all the amazing feedback you've given us on the clips. Shout out to Owen
Yes.
and Alice for all the amazing things they do on the sound and the video that you see. So thank you for that. See you again very, very soon. And Masai, you're the best. We love you, man.
Oh, I love you both, man.
See you
Yeah.
soon.
See you soon.
Bye.
Shame is delicious. Shame is delicious. Making bad decisions. Shame is delicious. Making bad decisions.